Let's circle back to Mahmoud to discuss more on the insecurity issue. Hello, Mahmoud. Thank you for joining.
Evening, Mariam. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mariam.
Yeah, I'm
Good
listening
evening.
now. With attacks rising during Ramadan, is this a new tactic by insurgents to exploit religious sentiment or a sign of their growing desperation?
Well, it goes to failure of intelligence gathering, then sustainability of combat operations. Because things apart, we have advocated for siting of permanent security structures. I want to tell you, in most of these places, even though known to security agencies, these non-state actors still carry out their nefarious activities untouched. I can give you few examples. Just like yesterday, some of the non-state actors were around table under Kayama local government area of Kwara State. We were alerted. We got the information to certain security agencies. Whether they carried out onslaught against them, we don't know. So the issues are also non-presence of security agencies in certain areas, because as they are carrying out onslaught in certain areas, these non-state actors are also intelligent. They know there are a lot of places are ungoverned. Therefore, they go there tormenting and carrying out their own nefarious activities. Therefore, the security agencies need to spread their intelligence network and as well cover every area, even though we know they have shortage of manpower. Because with few examples we are getting, it means once the security agencies are in one part, the insurgents and the bandits move to other parts. So I think it's not sentiment beyond that. It is lack of enough manpower, then intelligence network and coverage of many places that these insurgents have been disturbing.
Okay, despite international support, especially from the US, these attacks persist. Does this signal a failure in Nigeria's security strategy, or are there other factors at play?
Don't forget, there are certain locals that are also involved in this non-state activism, where some inhabitants know where they are, they live amongst them. So even with the coming of the few American soldiers who basically are to train our troops and as well guide them on intelligence and use of modern gadgets, it takes time, because understanding the terrain is only our domestic troops, that is members of the armed forces and police and others are carrying out the onslaughts, that knows the terrain. So it is not in all places that you will find them with the American soldiers. Then what is even their number? So the issues is not failure of the security agents. It is also failure of intelligence network, like I said to you, and non-availability of permanent security structures in most areas. Because if you go to most of these areas in northern part of Nigeria, whether northeast, northwest, and north central, not all even have presence of security structures before even the advent of armed banditry and insurgency. And the shortage of manpower is also another issue. The non-usage of drones and other modern gadgets, because in modern day onslaught, you don't expect combat operations always. Sometimes you dispatch drones, you dispatch certain intelligence network to gather intelligence. Look at how one GOC escaped ambush the other day. That is a strategy that works. So I think above combat operations, let intelligence network work, then dispatch of modern technology also work. Then what stopped the sighting of CCTV? Then this collaboration they've been having with local vigilantes and others, we learned it is now at minimal level. Why? Some of these local vigilantes, they have intel on the terrain of these areas. Like I just gave you an example of where we even got intelligence report and reported the movement of bandits and what have you. Immediately, if there is no reinforcement and the other ones, automatically they have their field, then bad road networks are also a problem. Then and visibility in the night is also a problem. There are certain areas where you cannot access in certain times of the night. So I think they need to get what these troops need, even with the support of the American whatever, because we cannot say our well-trained regular combatant officers don't have the wherewithal. But the strategy is also poor, because most at times you don't even dispatch intelligence network, you don't dispatch certain gadgets like drones, then you start moving. That is why sometimes you see they get ambushed. So I see no reason why you should just make convoy and be moving in the guise that you are going for onslaught against the non-state actors without dispatch of your own intelligence network, without drones and other gadgets that you needed to do. The essence of this Americans supporting them is for them to also get some expertise on intelligence gathering as well as others. So it appears it's not enough, and shortage of manpower is also another barrier for them.
Okay, Mahmoud, what role can community-led initiatives play in countering these threats, and are they being leveraged effectively?
Come again, please. Come again, please.
What role can community-led initiative play in countering these threats, and are they being leveraged effectively? Are you there? Mahmoud, are you there?
Kayama, Kayama and Borgu, most of them, once there is any movement of bandits or insurgents, they normally report, where we in turn report to security agencies. So that is to tell you that the inhabitants of these areas have roles to play by giving privileged information. If you see their movement, you say that also helps the security agencies to act in time. Then again, sometimes the security agencies have their own faults. Even while this privileged information are given, they don't act fast. I gave you an example of Table yesterday. While the bandits were moving around Table, we informed, they got us informed, we in turn dispatched the information to certain quarters with no response. At the end of the day, they had to attack Gadaoli under Borgu local government area of Niger State. So in a way, inhabitants of these areas have their ownership involvement role they have to play, which I believe certain communities have been playing, and I've given you examples of that. Beyond that, the defense civil cooperation as well as army civil relations need to go to communities to also sensitize and enlighten people on some of, because it appears in northwestern part, in northeastern part is not working. Outside the civilian joint task force, a lot of inhabitants also shield some of these non-state actors, and that is why severally you see when there are movement of troops, they even inform them and they come and ambush these innocent troops of the Nigerian Army, Air Force, DSS, and including the police.
All right, Mahmoud, thank you for your insights.